Hello everyone, my name is Rui Chenxiong, a 19-year-old girl who was born in Nanchang, Jiangxi Province, China. Today I'm going to introduce myself briefly. The first time to go abroad. Life takes a number of turns during its whole span, which means it will not always go well like you expected. It definitely will have some happy moments, as well as some unfavorable situations. So does my life. The most interesting part mentioning is that being an exchange student. I studied in Ola High School, McDonough, Georgia last year. To be honest, I really want to give up when I arrived there, since everything was strange to me. And it was totally different from what I was expected. I cannot follow my classes. I cannot get used to the ways that teacher instructed. However, after a couple of days suffering, I decided to change that situation. I record what teacher said during the class and went it over every day. I'll also encourage myself to ask people when I cannot understand them. Gradually, I felt comfortable with the new study and living environment. And my effort is finally paid off. At the end of the semester, I got all A for all of my classes, and my GPA was 4.0 when I finished my junior year. The reason I tell you this story is not because I want to say how special I am. It is all about this turning point in my life. In fact, before I came to America, I just lived as other billions of Chinese students. We study all the week just because no one wants to be an exception that not go to the college, where most students will go, to some extent. Under the pressure of entrance to a college, I felt I lost my direction, since my life has been planned by my parents. But after this 10 months experience, it required me to organize my time effectively, work independently, and work with a team, which are the keys to the success. But even more important is that I find out what exactly I want and what strategies I need to use to lead to my ideal life. First working experience. I can still remember clearly that when I was 13 years old, how excited I was when I received an invitation which came from a local teenager newspaper. They asked me to be a special managed reporter. I worked there for 6 months to help them collect the news, write down the interesting stories that happened around me, as well as take interviews to those students or principals of schools. The most worth things mentioned is that once I even interviewed Yang Yuying, who is a well-known singer in China. My hobbies. I am a huge fan of traveling. Since I was 5 years old, I traveled all the provinces in China with my parents. Not only I'm interested in the views of coastal cities, but also I enjoy climbing the mountain or relax myself in the countryside. And each time when I travel to different places, I would like to take lots of pictures because I think those pictures can help me to remember or recall the wonderful experience that I had before. First semester in college. I spent my first college semester in the University of Michigan Flint. Academically, I had always been a very determined and studious individual. I showed up every single class and I worked hard to complete what professors required me to do. Besides that, I had a broad interest in many subject areas, and I felt drawn towards a business and management-oriented degree. With regards to business, the reason behind my choice is the complex and intriguing nature of this subject. I particularly enjoy the way that business is so appropriately blends with everyday issues. For this semester, I transferred to Miami University. I particularly enjoy my life here. So, I'm such a girl like this. After you knowing me, do you want to make a friend with me?